Laurel, give us an idea of the net worth of profile of your client. Is it someone, you mentioned somebody that might have 10 million. Do you have blue collar who makes 50K a year as well? Do you have a whole
Yep.
spectrum?
Yep. I got a whole spectrum. I have the people who are just beginning in this journey and people all the way to a gentleman who actually ran syndications and then came like at the end of that wanting to cash out over $100 million or reset. I wouldn't say cash out, reset over $100 million portfolio in real estate, through 1031s, through new strategies to be less on the front of a syndication and become more of the passive, position. So
Got it.
it's a wide range and we have wide support. It's
Got
really
it.
unique. Yeah,
Yep.
what most
Go ahead.
people say, how did you build it? And I said, it built by the client base. As clients came, they kept asking for more and more. It just kept getting wider. I mean, I'm a millionaire in 8 different industries. Real estate's only one of them. I've got recycled glass. I've done supplement businesses. It's a pretty wide range that we educate, teach, and point to. We've done a lot of franchise work with our clients. We've actually started some franchises, Tutor
Got it.
Doctor.
Well, let's just keep going here.
With the spectrum of clients that you have coming to you, right? Each client kind of has to be, your advice to them has to almost be tailor made, right? Because you have this person that comes to you, now they believe that, they have to be an investor alongside whatever it is, whatever else it is that they do, or maybe even completely transition into being an investor. How do you advise your clients and what options exist for them? Because I'm sure we're aware, correct me if I'm wrong, that depending on the investor's net worth, liquidity and income that they make, the investment allocations will have to be different and tailor-made and obviously the advice that you give them. Somebody with $20 million in assets, let's say, might have a different diversified portfolio than say somebody who only has 50K that year to allocate to something
And the
else.
age as well. Somebody who's younger can take a bit more risk. Somebody who's older wants to be a little bit more, passive and less risky. So,
Right. So what are your thoughts on that, Laurel?
So I'm going to say thoughts and I'm going to adjust as correct. I don't give any advice. I have not financially licensed to give advice. So there's no advice giving on my side. Mine's education. And I do a lot of my education and we do as a team through scenarios. So for example, Ava, you came on, I'm not running your spreadsheets for you. We don't have that level of detail unless you hire those level of financial analysts. We do have financial analysts you can hire that will do it. But that again, that's something you need custom to your team because you don't have a team to put that together. So we have people to supplement teams. So the people that are higher net worth, typically they'd have a financial advisor or their own in-house tax, strategist on their team, or they'll use our tax strategist with their financial analysts. So this is also like we have people who build family offices out of here. So the detail down to spreadsheets, I'm never at that level. Our tax strategists are, the bookkeepers are, if they employ the financial analysts. Again, my goal is to show you what a smorgasbord of an expert team and a wealth team should look like. And we go from there. So I teach in broader terms and then one-on-one, the client also gets a coach in the area of expertise they want to grow. So if it's real estate, I've got multimillionaires in real estate. Our coaches have come through our client base. So they are walking testament to the work. They know the foundational work that needs to be done. They know the tax work is imperative. We lead with tax. So where you should buy properties and how you buy and what you buy. So like syndication, for example, would have a different depreciation schedule than them buying directly themselves into their own LLC, right? So if they need that, then that's where they would go look.
Got it. So you got a tailor-made for all types of investors. Talk to us about one more thing. Being in the syndication space, and we're fall under the category of alternatives. Off the really Wall Street type of investments, and a lot of large institutions actually invest in alternatives. Like when you have university endowments, pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, they do all have an allocation to alternatives, be it a smaller allocation. But when it comes to a function of a financial advisor, is that a service provider that works hand in hand with somebody who comes and sees you? Or is your thesis that a financial advisor might not allow someone to have enough allocations in alternatives? There's better ways to invest. What is your view on financial advisors overall?
They're traditional and they work for a house, whether it's Schwab, Fidelity, whoever, Royal Canadian Bank. Their typical self-direction is they're going to put money, they're only going to allocate back to their own financial vehicles. They're not going to go out. There are some alternative financial advisors, which we do have some of those on the team. for the people who do not want to make a decision, and they got to have an advisor with those licenses to do it. So they can go meet with them. But again, ours are very alternative centric. But what you're going to find out in the markets, which is why I call it park and pray, is most financial planners are going to do, what their little pie chart from their, local, broker dealer is going to tell them to do, which most of that is, as you know, stock-based, not real estate-based.
Yes, it's fixed income and equities. So it's bonds and stocks. It's been classic. It's been like that forever. But
my third Millionaire Maker book, my first one's The Millionaire Maker. The second is The Cash Machine, How to Build a Seven-Figure Business. And the third is Wealth Cycle Investing, which is how to invest in the alternatives.
Yeah.